What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to POV here on the channel for our Friday live reaction of the final match of the week, which is Mr. Jeff Sneider and Mr. Mark Reilly, two OGs battling it out for Roxy and Bobby Gucci, which is going to be very, very exciting on our end. Before we get to any kind of showdown talk, we got the crew, minus Jill today. It is a Star Wars-filled day here on the crew, as all of us have any squadrons in our life today. Some of us a little later than others, but you, Molly, you've had the busiest day out of all of us. How's your Friday?
I mean, I can't complain. It's been fun, but yeah, I've been moderating several streams on various platforms and being a droid, helping Alex, and yeah, it's been fun, but it's been a long day.
Yeah, helping him with all his transmissions.
Right.
Brian, what about you? How's your Friday?
I'm so happy it's Friday. So happy. It's so nice to know that there's no work tomorrow, and I'm just gonna play Squadrons all day tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, sorry. Sean's great comment here. Wait, I assume there was no match today since Jill wasn't on. Great. Now you guys can function as schedule. All right. There you go. So we do have a match today, Sean. It is Mr. Jeff Sneider and Mark Reilly. A big match, obviously, quarterfinal matchup between the Fantastic Exchange and the Rockstars. The last players for each faction. And so at the end of this match, one faction will officially be out of the tournament, which is quite a big deal because one is at the top and one is at the bottom, and one can very much use it than the other. And we will see what happens. And before we get to our predictions, we do have a Streamlabs that did come through, and I want to make sure I get to it here off the top of the show. That way we don't miss it. And this is from Almog, and thank you for the donation, Almog. And he says, "Greetings, POV crew. Just wanted to show my appreciation. You four really lightened up my mornings this past month. Still wish you didn't stream at 4 a.m. though. Also, I made you a MTG MTS card. Check the album in the Facebook group. Enjoy another great match." Does anybody know what that is?
No.
MTG MTS card? I'm
movie
interested.
trivia. Yeah, movie trivia.
Is it the Facebook group? Just the movie trivia Shmodan group? Maybe. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm curious now.
Interesting. Okay.
4 a.m. Where the heck are you? That's 4 a.m.
I know.
We have a lot.
That has to be Europe
in the morning.
Europe, maybe.
Oh,
Magic the Gathering.
Duh.
We're bad nerds.
Sean, hey, ask me.
Sean knows.
Fair enough. I'm not a Magic the Gathering person, so I would have no idea. I would have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, we're right now. Squadrons is the only thing that's in our brains.
Fair enough. All right, so let's get to this match here. As I mentioned, it's Sneider and Reilly. Brian, big matchup, pivotal matchup here for not just these two factions, but the tournament going forward. Who you got in this one, man?
I think I'm honestly shocking myself, and I'm going to pick Sneider on this one. I think he's just going to come guns a-blazing. But I think Reilly's going to do well. I think Reilly will do well. Maybe one of even his best matches so far. But I think Sneider is going to walk into the semifinals. And I said it earlier, I just want to see Sneider play against Ethan. Like, that's it comes down to it. That's what I need to happen. So I'm picking Sneider.
Molly?
I think I've talked about this before, but my heart wants Reilly. My brain is pretty sure that Sneider's gonna take it. But just to mix it up, I'll bet on Reilly. I'll go with my heart with this one.
Fair enough.
Because I love to see him play, and he's been doing great, and Sneider's been also doing very, very well, and he'll be tough to beat. But I'd like to see Reilly go through this one.
Yeah, it would be cool after the rough start he had of the season and then everything that's been happening with who's the boss and everything like that. But I do think that after what Sneider did last match and the match before, for me anyway, he proved me wrong. he proved me wrong, and so I'm kind of picking the hot card with him right now, and I think Sneider's going to walk away. I don't think it's going to be like an overwhelming victory. I think it'll be a very close match because they're very similar, sometimes even in knowledge too. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Either way, I'm looking forward to the fireworks with Roxy and Gucci too. So that's going to make for some interesting stuff there.
Lots of ish talking definitely going to be on this one.
Yes. For everybody watching, make sure you're leaving us comments on who you think is going to win. If you have not seen it already. So Brian, why don't we go ahead and get this puppy rolling? I'll go and add to the stream, and the controls are yours, sir.
You get a lot of correct answers. So I anticipate
Mark on a haircut
coming right down to the finish, maybe even
looking sharp.
Sudden death match.
All right, so we are going to see the story of the former two-time singles champion, the former two-time teams champion, and how this story came to be right now.
Who plays Vincent's girlfriend / manager in 1986, The Color of Money?
Bad people keep winning. And Sneider's a weasel. And make no mistake about it, he's a very good player, but he's a weasel.
I want that belt with that guy, and I'm going to just dust this off. It's not a big deal, and I'm going for it the next match.
Jesus.
That was a
Hot
fun
Mess
show.
Express.
Wait, Molly, you guys were there, right?
I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's two big mouths from Massachusetts talking smack of me.
Well, if it isn't Mark Reilly, a great guy, a guy I'm proud to call a friend. Unfortunately, when he steps into the ring with me, he's about to meet the movie press.
Mark, I've worked with you for a really long time, so I really mean this when I say I know you at your core, which is how I know.
The only players I need right now are at the desk. Apparently, you need an entire support group to help these guys out.
There's your winner. Who's the boss?
I mean, sure, Who's the Boss took care of business with Odd Couple. And you talk a big game, you do. And Jeff Sneider is really the only competitor I think can match his big mouth with his big play.
He's considered one of the best players of all time when he was under my tutelage. And now he's under Roxy's tutelage, and he's not even close to Mount Rushmore. Reilly is. Is he still a good player? Sure, he's a good player. Reilly's better. That's proven.
Tom, this is the truest sentence I've ever said. You are living garbage. I am not going to feel bad for 1 second when we beat you guys today because Jeff Sneider is the real deal.
The real.
Did he borrow that sweatshirt from Chris Evans?
I'm going to show him.
From Knives Out.
Yeah.
It looks
relax,
and they're both from Massachusetts, so you know.
Back and take it, brother.
You're probably flapping your mouths. You know, saying I'm a has-been, old. You know, the knockout didn't help matters. But then I dusted myself off, and I reminded myself of what this game is. And when I played my friend Perry Nemiroff, I just felt good again. I was able to pull a big 5-pointer, and here I am now, looking right in the barrel of some rock stars.
And Mark Reilly is just a nice guy. I can't bring myself to
Aww.
go full heel when it's Mark Reilly.
I think by him not doing that stuff, you're seeing more elevated play from Sneider because this Jeff Sneider run is reminding me of his Patriots run. You know, you guys talked about Sneider Slants. This could be, I think it is the start of a Sneider Slants, to tell you the truth.
He's one of the most entertaining people to watch of all time. I could watch Jeff watch paint dry. Mark, just go back to the rest of your herd, honey. Try something new.
Reminded myself of what it is, what it means to me to be in the Schmodown. And honestly, Roxy, Sneider, that should scare the out of you.
Snyder's hair looks like he has devil horns.
I like their history.
Yeah,
It's a
not just in the league, but everything else too outside of it. Obviously,
There's
Jeff
a lot
coming
to it.
over for
There's a lot
Collider
in
for a
there.
while,
He's
and
playing since season
a
one.
lot
He's
of
the
history
first
between
champion
the two of them inside and out. the league, that's
Jeff
for sure.
Sneider had is
two very different paths as well.
Yes.
Watched every show. The clock's
Nobody talks.
I wonder
about
if old
this.
Snyder's going to
Snyder
pop
was
out in this
the
match,
first
though.
rookie
Playing someone like Reilly, that
ever
might be
come
hard.
through and win a championship in his rookie season. He did it. He came in season 3, and then he won the team's title of the legendary Patriots at the end of that season. He's been a staple of the league for a long time. If you watch him on Backstage, anytime comes in, I think you can say he's the Dennis Rodman of this league. You never know what the hell he's going to do. You don't know what he's going to say, but it's always Jeff Snyder's Jeff Sneider. You don't know what kind of crazy kookiness you're going to get, but you know you're going to get a guy that if you don't pay attention, if you don't play this game right, he's going to make you pay for it.
That's right. And the question is Mark Reilly going to step up to the challenge of the bad boy Piston? Is Mark Reilly going to be Joe Dumars? Is he going to be Scottie Pippen, BJ Armstrong? I'm just naming Chicago Bulls players at this point. Christian, I think we're about ready to get going. But before we do that, the managerial aspect of this is something very intriguing to me because Gucci and Roxy, never short on words or barbs to throw at each other. I look at this matchup as a contrast of styles, not just between the players, but of the managers. Gucci is never not reminding Roxy that he is.
I don't think you're the only one.
3 times. Roxy,
I don't think you're the
looking
only
for that elusive first manager of the year. And I think getting a victory here today could certainly, if not solidify her chances to win, maybe torpedo Gucci's.
All right. Well, speaking of Roxy Stryer and Tom Dagnino, 2 arch nemesis. You two, since
he looks like
season,
he's ready to go, and she looks like she's ready
after each other. Roxy, I mean, you still to this day, even after 3 awards and many championships, you still say that Tom Dagnino. Well, you say he's an imbecile, and I don't disagree with you. You say that he's a terrible manager. I gotta ask you, why do you still feel that way?
100%. I don't even like sharing the screen with him today, honestly, but it's better than being in studio with him because kid smells. I mean, he is the biggest piece of trash garbage as a manager. He continues to make massive glaring errors. There is no communication at all. The best thing about winning today will be seeing Tom's face.
Tom, that's pretty strong words coming at you from Roxy. In addition, we know how many times you've won Manager of the Year. Let's get a little more than surface deep with this. What has made you the victor in this rivalry of words between you?
Well, look, I mean, I know a lot of people that don't know their ass from their elbow, but I've never met anybody who doesn't know their ass from their elbow as much as Roxy does.
All right, fair enough.
There are varying degrees of knowing your ass from your elbow. I feel like you either do or don't. It doesn't even really.
Yeah, well,
sense.
some people somewhat do, but you like 100% don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean,
At least I know when
time.
to show my butt and when to show my elbows. I'm like you, who comes out in these short shorts and nobody wants to see that, honey.
Speak for yourself.
All right, listen. Let's go on. Okay. Let me ask you something here about Jeff Sneider there, Bobby Gooch.
Yeah.
This is a guy that you managed for over a year and a half. A little bit more so. You were
with belt. She did.
You were with him for, well,
Yes, I did.
He did actually.
A good one. Mm-hmm.
You were with him for the run, the legendary run, the winning the belts, the 6 defenses. What is it about Jeff Sneider? And do you think that Jeff Sneider is past his prime?
No, he's a great player. And like Mark said in the pre, he just looks like, laissez-faire, comes in, doesn't look like he's going to win. He's comes in with sandwiches and weird shirts that don't fit him. But make no mistake about it, the guy is a fantastic player. He just needs to not be on the rock stars. I mean, she's not going to lead him anywhere. She has no clue what she's doing. He needs to go somewhere else. When this season starts next year, I guarantee, mark my words, that he is not on that team. That's facts. But is he one of the best players of all time? Yes, 100%. And when the run him and JTE had is unprecedented. Nobody on the Rockstars will ever do that again.
All right, fair enough. And then, so let me ask you, Roxy, about Mark Reilly, former Collider Live co-host, friend, former companion, is in the Collider Live space.
The biggest water
there.
bottle
So what do
I've
you
ever seen.
How do you feel about Reilly as the companion?
I've always wanted a 64-ounce water bottle.
He's okay.
I've never gotten one.
It's like a cow jug.
I've got one, but it was like too heavy to carry around.
Yeah, I could see that.
Happy,
For sure.
and I'm happy for him there, but he's not a movie trivia showdown champion anymore. His time is gone, and honestly, it's a little sad to watch him hang on to this when it's just not his game anymore. I'm glad for you. You have your award. Retire, honey. your prime is past you.
Wow. Deep shots here by Roxy Stryer. All
Totally
right.
ridiculous.
It's big. This is a big match for both the rock stars, and especially for the Exchange, who only have Reilly left at the moment here. So here we go. We're going to drop you guys out.
He needs points more than I do. That's for sure.
We're going to drop you out.
Had to get the one last thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Did you expect any less?
No, you really do feel like that could have gone on for 4 hours, and they wouldn't even know how long they've been there for. It's like one big giant quarantine every time they get together. Time, space, doesn't matter.
All right.
Fair.
Are you ready?
Yeah, now I recovered and now I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia schmodown. Introducing first, representing the Finstock Exchange.
God,
With
I
a
swear this
record
fly has been
of
sitting here waiting to bug me
13
every single time I
wins,
sit behind this desk.
7 defeats, and
Get Kylo.
4
He's good at
knockouts.
catching him.
He is the 2018.
Is he really going to do anything?
Team winner
Uh,
two-time
I doubt it.
movie trivia schmodown.
if I could show you what mine looks like, it's not much better.
Yodi.
What's Kilo doing right now?
I don't know. I told Alex for an hour he's yours.
Calm, relaxed, with the jacket in the back. Is that so? Let me ask you. You got the jacket hanging in the back.
Yeah.
Is it A?
I'll put the number at
hanging
4.
in the back because
Over under
okay,
4.
Those
Are
the
we
more
starting
serious
now?
Times, or it's just
Yeah, starting now. Over under 4.
A little bit of column A.
I'll go
versus
over.
A little bit of column B. You know, it's
Now
we're in
now
the-
he's
the
now
new
he's
time
going to
here in the
try.
Schmodown,
to
and
do
I
more.
learned
I
that
hope
the
so.
showmanship.
How many sexy numbers are we gonna get?
Ooh.
Oh, that's
School's
right.
in a
It's a
place
sexy
you have to
numbers
be.
game.
Why not go to school where
Oh, here you
remote
go.
learning can be-
There's a good one.
You know, we're at
Better
home.
to pick Roxy's birthday
So let's
numbers than
hang it in the
Steel's
back
say
here.
garbage
Let's get a little
numbers.
relaxed.
Ooh.
You know, I'm not even wearing pants.
That'd be
so
funny.
let's do this thing. I'm
I
kidding.
think
I'm
she'd
wearing-
realize and
Got
probably not say that.
You would hope, yeah, you would hope so.
Because your opponent probably will not be wearing pants. We're lucky if he's wearing a shirt. Now,
the odd
is
bar,
there-
no pants. Yeah.
But is your tactic to try to out-relax Jeff Sneider? Because you know that you can get intense when you're playing, and Sneider always seems to be very loose, like he's playing in a hammock with a beer. You take this thing seemingly more seriously. Is that going to help you or hurt you in today's match?
Well, I think
Yep.
I learned that there's a balance that you got to find in this.
I love
especially
that.
for me.
Every time we see it, that last
you know,
edit
I've gone
was
through
great.
the ups and downs here in this,
good.
just in this season alone. You know, getting knocked out was rough, and I went in up here. I think. You
Would
know,
we
really
say
preparing,
he has
really doing all
retired
these
the
things that I
Superman
needed to
jacket
do.
since it's been hung up?
But when I really embraced
might
the
just
inner
be
Yodi,
hot.
That's
for lack
true.
of a better term,
Yeah,
Too
I
hot to
wouldn't say
wear.
relax, more
retired.
fun.
If we didn't see it at all, I
this is
think it would be
when I
retired.
can shine, and that's what I'm coming in to do. Sneider has the biggest mouth in the game, and it transfers over to a little bit of relaxing for him as well. So relaxed that he usually steals things of mine in matches and just can get away with it, like when he stole my Superman cape at the Odd Couple Chicago match. But anyways, I digress. I'm a little relaxed, and I think that's just fitting me a lot better.
All right. Well, Mark Yodi Reilly, former 2-time champ, the last surviving member in the tournament here for the Finstock Exchange. All right, Mark, we're going to put you in the waiting room for a moment.
Oh,
Jeff
man.
Sneider
Does
also
anybody think
stealing
that there's
a
a
young boy
possibility of
Chicago
something like a
Bears
TKO?
jersey?
Any chance?
All right.
No?
And his opponent,
I hope not.
representing the Rock Stars.
I'm gonna say a no
with a record
on that one.
We've seen
11
crazier.
wins, 7 defeats.
This is true.
And 2 knockouts.
Unless one of them just
He
got
is
insanely lucky on the wheel
The former
or unlucky.
2-time movie trivia.
I think-
Unless you're Liz Shannon Miller, who
Team
just
champion
nails
of the world,
opponent's choice
Lee Sneider.
with the other person getting.
Speaking of everyone watching, if you are interested on Sunday's show,
hello.
Liz Shannon Miller will be our
I'm
guest
just
on
reading
Sunday.
my Chicken Little press notes
Nice
because
little
the
plug
end is
there.
near from Mark Reilly. You think I stole a cape from you, bro? I'm about to steal a lot more than that. I'm about to steal your dignity, son.
Oh,
Wow, Jeff Sneider coming in hot as Jeff Sneider. Looking
Oh,
like Jeff
God.
Sneider old here. I have to say that, look, Sneider, you know, when you play a player like Robert Montano and then you play, obviously there was something for you to prove with Oyama because you wanted to avenge that loss. But Reilly is one of those few competitors who has been in this game longer than you. So you guys have had your battles over the years. You've had a few more victories than he has over you. Is there always something that brings the best out of you when playing Mark Reilly?
No, not really. I play to win every game, and I've been lucky to have squeaked past Mark a couple of times. He got me once. He got me right there on the chin, and I haven't forgotten it. I'm going to smack him back today. But it's tough to talk too much smack about Mark Reilly because he's just a friggin' nice guy. He's just a swell dude, and I like him too much to really put him down.
He is, and you could hear the words of your manager, Roxy. Maybe he's saying it's time for Reilly to retire. But, Jeff, some folks have speculated that might be your fate as well, that you were a great teams player. And now
did anybody see him take a swig at that small water bottle
for the first time. So for everybody
it's
watching,
like one of those
is there any
if
chance
you had
that's
to
actually
compare
alcohol in it?
yourself to a great Boston Celtic, who would you compare yourself to, and why?
Maybe.
Was it like a little airplane bottle?
Yeah,
yeah.
And
Okay,
he had
I
a
can call my
reaction. He had
shot
like
and
a
then hit it in your face.
reaction right after drinking it, which is
I think
won
it was more of
championships, that's what
him
Larry
saying
Bird
he
did.
should
He said,
retire.
Oh,
right behind me. There's his book. So he's my inspiration. Larry Joe, this is for you, basketball Jesus.
All right, well, there you go. So, Jeff Sneider, thank you. Going to bring back Mark Reilly.
I mean this in
and
the
Sneider
best
have
way.
entered
He is
virtual
the
battlefield
definition
with
of a
Mark.
masshole.
Round number 1.
Yeah.
How's it go?
I love
100%.
math.
Him and Roxy
a
both.
lot like an NBA game.
Yeah.
Is 8 questions asked to
Which
the
is a
field.
big-
Each question's worth 1 point.
Jake,
There's
what's our
no
rules?
penalty for missing a question. There is no
Don't even give
stealing,
me like a
at least not in
split
round
second
number one.
to even
As soon as
say
we ask the
anything.
question, you have 50 seconds.
First of all, thank you to everyone for
Attempt
watching,
an
hanging out with
answer.
us here on a
Whether
Friday
you
evening as we
pencil, you
react to
prefer
this
to
match.
write with, on
Simple
whatever writing
whiteboard
surface
for
you have
whiteboard,
provided
and then we just
yourself.
go for it in the following rounds.
Once we ask
and
you
see
by
who can get
name,
the most
reveal your
points.
answer, please show
You're more than welcome to play along, as there is a delay in comments. So,
the JTE rules
yeah,
throughout the
good
duration
luck
of the
to
match.
everyone.
Not
Let's
sure
see
you heard
how.
the question,
I have a
identify
feeling
yourself
that
sometime.
this
Use
match
the
is going to be
JTE
really
rule.
hard.
Jeff, you remember him.
Yeah,
You also
me
each
too.
have one challenge to use
My
at any
goal
point
is
throughout
5
the 3-round
points.
match.
I like
Thinking about
Jill's
those rules are
goal of
nothing like
3.
an NBA
I'll
game. I
stick with that.
apologize for the Taco Bell I had earlier today.
Well done, Mark.
Wow. One of those loosey-goosey
Oh,
matches.
Christian's got the giggles.
Good improv. I got to tell you, it was good improv. All right, so
You guys were talking. You didn't
noise
catch
is Harlow.
the fart
I
noise
didn't
in
even-
the
that wasn't me.
background, and that's what got him.
So
Oh.
we're going to now
Yeah.
get to it. If Jeff Sneider is ready,
Did
we
someone
got-
actually fart?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm thinking. I wonder
got
if
my
someone
Brokeback
actually
Mountain
did.
jacket on. Let's do it.
Oh my
Perfect.
God.
And for Reilly,
Let's do this.
It was like perfectly timed. Like I legitimately thought it was. No offense to one of you two that did it.
All right, here we go. Round number
Are you
1.
crying? Are those real tears from laughter at your little?
I was
soft right of humor.
Let me ask you a question.
There you go, Rachel.
Do you
Yes,
want to get a little
yes.
healthier, maybe lose some weight, guys?
I was actually laughing at you. It was.
It's great.
Excuse me, it was so fast. It was really good. All right, here's the next one. Ready?
For the first one.
The first one. All right, here's the question.
See, that was the
You
noise.
guys are throwing me off.
Question number 1. Action adventure. Which Fast and Furious actor starred in the films Into the Blue and Brick Mansions?
Got a 1 in.
Let's all
8
try to remember
chance.
that Christian has a wife and kids that put up with him.
I wish I could read what Gucci.
Oh wait,
wrote right
which
now.
Fast and Furious actor? Oh
And
shit!
I don't even want to
I have no idea.
4, 3,
Shortest
2.
name.
Repeat the question.
Oh, I almost showed
First
that.
one, here it is.
Woo!
Which Fast and Furious actor starred in the films Into the Blue and Brick Mansions?
Thank God to Into the Blue for
Just
this.
keep your hands up after you write, guys. Just a reminder to both.
No.
Jeff Sneider for this.
Secretly, I love Into the Blue.
Early JT rules.
I don't know.
Jeff Sneider.
I don't want to embarrass.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Paul
Jeff
Walker.
Snyder.
Yep. See, I didn't put that.
Paul Walker?
It is.
Oh,
And
Into
Riley.
the Blue is that Jessica Alba one on.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn
1-1.
it.
1-1.
I
I
secretly
wasn't sure if
really,
it was
really
Michelle
enjoyed it.
Rodriguez. I was sweating that.
Well, you
That's
got
who
it.
I
So, there
was
you go.
gonna write, but I couldn't think of her
Here's
first
the
name.
Question number 2, Mark.
There you go, Snyder.
Fun sidebar from
Oh,
Snyder.
there's
Your
one
next
for
question.
Billy.
In the 1990s, 90s movies is the category, and the question for a point. Which MCU actor played a tabloid reporter named Wayne Gale in the 1994 film Natural Born Killers? Which Christian's bowels are.
I'm
those
sorry,
are
but I've
weird.
never seen Natural Born Killers, so I can't say.
Well, It's
And
really good, but I haven't
hands up
seen. I've
there,
only
Snyder.
seen it
5,
like a long time ago.
4,
I
3,
would have
2,
no idea.
1.
I'm
Pens
blanking.
down, and Riley.
RDJ.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
Yes. Snyder.
oh,
Heck yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
it's
Nice.
that should have been the most obvious
2-2.
guess.
Next question.
Of course.
I won't
Good
write
call,
the answers
Brian.
on the same page though, because I see they're bleeding through.
Yeah. All right. Question 3 in the world of dramas. Which actress plays the character Bianca, who is the female co-lead in the films Creed and Creed 2?
All right, Christian, here's a little what if. If
saw
Downey
Creed.
never plays Iron Man, what are we talking about him today? Does he go into something else big?
Probably that's a Netflix series.
I almost forgot her
5,
name for a second.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, there's the first one.
Ooh.
Which actress plays the character of Bianca, the female co-lead in the films Creed and Creed 2?
Someone we think would be a great Ray Sloan in Star Wars.
Both using early JT rules.
Well, that's right. But hey,
I think
you know
didn't
what?
I pick her?
Use them when
Yeah.
you need them.
Yeah.
But I think we were all
And
thinking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Sneider?
Tessa Thompson.
Oh,
Tessa Thompson.
Yes. Riley?
Tessa Thompson.
Both using it smart here. And
Molly,
Yeah.
do you
and
do you
used it well,
concur?
they
Do you
both got
think
it.
she would
So
be
we
a good
still have
Ray
ourselves
Sloan?
a 3-3 game here, Mark. as we
Tessa?
get to that.
I will never refuse.
because we're on a
a
first name
question
basis.
about Creed or Creed 2. Your next query,
Yeah.
John, is in the category of new releases.
Do you think she'd have to be older though?
New release.
Yeah, I think
Here it
think
is.
maybe someone a little bit older.
Miami cops Marcus and Mike go toe to toe with the widow of a cartel kingpin in what 2020 action film? Semantics question, Christian. Do you say 2020
Oh, wait,
or do you
2020.
say 2020?
Either one.
I usually go 2020.
Yeah. Either one. 5,
Hot
I
take.
4,
Everyone watching.
3,
This might be the best
2,
of the series.
1. Pens down and Mark.
Bad
Riley.
Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for Life.
Yes. And Snyder.
Bad Boys for Life.
What a battle. 4-4 as we get to our next question. All right, here it is. Number 5, fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the character of Kane Wise, who's a hero who has both human and canine DNA in the film Jupiter Ascending.
Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name?
Oh, legendary screening that you and I attended to that one.
Yeah, we saw a double feature, remember?
Yeah, a lot of rollerblading. A lot of rollerblading.
These are ridiculously hard for me.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Channing
And Jeff
Tatum.
Snyder.
Channing Tatum.
Yes. Riley?
Channing Tatum.
5-5. What a battle for the two former champions.
Remember,
as we get to question
What's
6.
his name?
It's in the world of comedies.
Eddie Redmayne getting absolutely blasted for that movie.
I only know Channing Tatum movies when he takes his shirt off.
Still laugh next time.
He doesn't have a shirt in the movie. No, I'm just
Your
kidding.
question. For a point, who stars as stuntman Rod Kimball in 2007's Hot Rod?
Oh, what is his name? What is his name? What is his name?
Never
Oh,
saw the movie.
no.
People love it.
People do love this movie.
I
Have you
do
seen
love
it?
this movie.
I
It's so
love this movie too.
stupid.
I did not
the
love it.
Stuntman.
5, 4, 3.
I've never seen Hot Rod,
One.
but I'm taking a
Pens
guess on who
down,
it is.
and
I believe it's Andy Samberg.
Riley, you
Yeah.
wrote afterwards, Riley. Can't take
Yeah,
your.
yeah, and I didn't get it, so that's fine.
Okay. All right. And Snyder?
Andy Samberg.
God,
Yes.
for the love of
All right. So 6,
the love of
5,
fart.
6, 5. Snyder
I saw it
takes
in
his first
theaters,
lead
too.
here
God
as we get
damn.
to
Yeah, I've never
the
seen Hot
next
Rod.
question here.
It's so funny.
Horror
It's
slash
so good.
thriller. Who directed the thrillers Wild at Heart and Mulholland Drive?
I was writing down as soon as that first blood is drawn, it just gets the heat.
I don't know
ratchets up.
directors. Am I gonna get no points in this? Let's see.
4, 3, 2, 1.
don't know.
Pens down.
I
Jeff
always
Snyder.
guess the same person.
David Lynch.
Yes, and Mark Riley.
David Lynch.
Yep. So
Yeah, I never would have guessed
Snyder
that.
keeps
I
his
should've
lead,
guessed
and
that.
we get to a place here that if Snyder hits it, only he and only he will have the bonus question to try to get an extra point here if he gets this one right.
Don't sweat it, Riley, because it's going to be animation, I'm sure.
There we go.
Your next category is in the world of fart movie. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Animated films. Movies drawn by hand on a computer, or maybe a stop motion flick.
Oh, ridiculous.
Gentlemen, in what 1990s Disney animated film is the main character referred to as a
Oh my God, what is?
Start writing, Christian. We've seen a perfect round and the bonus answer become the deciding factor.
Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it.
This one's glaringly obvious for me.
3.
Me too.
Oh, I know it.
Riley.
I don't have enough time to write it down. Aladdin.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got it, you dork.
Aladdin.
Sneider.
Yeah,
gets
it came to
the
me in the last
perfect
second. I don't know
round for
why I don't
Sneider,
think of
so
Aladdin as a 90s
he
movie. I
and
think of it
only
earlier
he
on.
will get this.
I can
bonus
only
question
remember that
here. If he
part
gets
of
it,
the
gets himself a
song.
2-point lead over Riley.
Yeah.
Jeff, you ready?
Rat.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, here
You
it
got
is.
this, Snyder. You got this.
Okay.
I used to know all the
Who
songs.
directed Birds of Prey?
Oh, I don't know the
and
name.
Fabulous
Kathy
Emancipation
Yan?
of One Harley Quinn.
I don't. Yeah, I know it's a woman.
There you go. One more point for.
You
Jeff
said
Sneider.
yen.
No, I did not. Check the tape.
Can you spell that, please?
Check the tape, Brian. You little sucker.
An American Tail.
I
What is
would
this?
challenge you.
He's trying to throw me off, or he's trying to help somebody. I don't like it.
I'm giving
He might
myself
be trying to
points. I
throw
said
me
Yan.
off. I don't know.
You said yen.
Yeah, Gucci, you can't be
Look at
typing
John.
answers real or
I agree.
fake in the
Cancel
comments.
Jake
You
now.
100% cannot do that. That is a warning to you, Gucci. Thank you for pointing it out.
Watch
Snyder.
it, guys.
If that is done again, you will cost Mark Riley a point. So you got to
Wait, what happened?
Whoa, easy, Gooch.
So let's
Come on.
Should I
bring
rewind?
on in and bring
No,
Roxy in.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
So here we go. All right. So round number 2. How's it go?
It's all Christian.
How's everyone doing after
Being
that
gonna be
round?
Something Gucci typed pre-show.
I have 1 point.
Bite him in the arm.
I have
Thank you,
5.
animation.
Say that.
You got it right, Rachel.
On the animated question, what do you want? What do you want from me?
Hey, no, you did.
Jake should have 5.
You're
But,
doing
Round number 2 are as such. Round number 2 is the wheel round. The wheel of fate.
Whatever,
Doom,
Brian.
and
The second this is done, I'm
justice
going back
will
and
be
looking.
served. Each
That's
competitor
fine. Go
spins
ahead.
a
I
virtual
said
wheel,
Kathy
so
Yan.
spin it with your mind. Once you settle on a category, 4 questions from that genre
Did
will be
you?
asked to you and you
I
alone.
100% did.
Questions worth 2 points.
I forget
No
all the
penalty
time that
for
Aladdin
question.
came out in the 90s.
However,
I don't know why.
stealing is available in round number
Is it?
2. So if you're not sure of the answer,
Out of the
sure.
Disney
Of
like
course, we'll give you
classic
4 options,
movies,
one of
is it
which
the
is
most
correct
recent
answer,
one?
we promise. At that point, the value of the question
No.
goes
well,
down to
defines what
1.
you mean by
Christian,
classic.
both competitors retaining
just,
2
I don't know, like,
JGE rules.
not
and
the
their
Wreck-It
usage of
Ralphs and
challenge for
Zootopias
competitor,
and those,
but
like
it is
classic
Jeff Sneider with a
animated.
2-point advantage over Mark Yodi Riley. So, Jeff, you're going to have
I mean- I don't
know,
60 seconds
there's
to
different,
consult with
like,
manager Roxy. Do you want to spin
Groupings
first
of the
or
Disney
defer to your opponent?
ones. I don't know
First
where
of
that
all,
one
Jeff,
falls.
amazing job. I'm so proud of you right now. You're the opposite of a street rat. In our delightful call right
Let's look.
before
This goes by years. So let's
what
look.
is it that you want to do about this wheel spin, Jeff?
Yeah, Lion King was after it.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
the one that I
Jeff,
kept.
what do you wanna do
Well,
right
Hercules
I
too.
want-
Hercules
because,
was
you know, I may get
97.
a category
Oh,
I
and
don't like
Tarzan
here,
and
so I want to
Mulan.
know if I can go
And the
multiple
Hunchback and
first,
Notre
or I
Dame.
can
Okay,
get
okay.
2
There's a
points,
lot of
so I
them.
think we should
Jeez,
let
they had
Ryan
one.
spin
They had
first,
one
put him
every
last.
single
There we
year.
go. All right, that's what we're gonna
Well,
do.
yeah, because
And
they
second,
dominated the
second is
90s.
the best.
They didn't have one in '93, but
Yeah,
they had
he's
one in
fucking awesome.
every
Keep
other
on it.
year in the
Listen
90s.
up for those steals.
Gonna remove.
Wow.
Gonna remove Roxy.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Dinosaur from Disney?
Yes,
No,
and I
love
love it.
And Mark
Love
All right,
So
60
good.
seconds to talk to Riley starting now.
So
Great
good.
job, buddy boy.
Thanks, dude.
And of
Yeah.
course, Atlantis.
Well,
I love
feeling
Atlantis.
well orchestrated JT rules. You got
I
two
watched
left.
Treasure Planet
You know
about
that.
2 weeks ago.
Look, he had a good round.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
good.
that
Yeah.
one.
I should have had that
dude,
Andy
it's good.
Samberg. That should have been
Yeah,
but
I
that's
agree
all
with
right.
I agree with you. But played
That's all right.
played well. He falters in the second round. This guy
He
doesn't
sure
fall.
does,
You know,
which
he's
is
got a
nice.
pastor who doesn't even know what block she lives on. I'm not even 100% sure she knows what state she's in. But, you know, so you got to look at it that way.
I imagine her just sitting,
she'll do
listening, and
something
just
stupid
flipping
here.
him
There's no
off.
question about it. She'll convince him to take something bad action.
Well, he can't see her anyway, though.
Right.
Just
and then he'll
still,
he'll go off the
I
rails
imagine
like
her
he
just
always
sitting there,
does.
just.
Let's take the spin, and we know what we want to do.
Chuck, you are
exactly
100%
what we wanna
correct.
do.
That is a
We're hoping-
fantastic double feature.
Let's see what the Schmodown gods give us here, my friend.
Yes, Kylie, you are correct.
Mark Riley comes back.
Great plug. Thank you, Kylie.
Things like this.
If you are a patron member, tomorrow is our first official watch along. 6 p.m. You will get the link a little beforehand for the watch along of the Road to El Dorado. If you want to join us, hit that Patreon for just $2 a month. You can hang out with us once a month for watch along.
I'm excited. I've never seen Road to El Dorado.
And neither is
Me
Brian.
too.
Hey, listen, dude. There's Will
Shocker.
Smith. I'm good at, but they've been doing it a lot lately. And that thing's on
Yeah.
a lot. So
Jill's
let's
gonna be
do it
so
again.
excited because
There's gonna be
it's
some
like her
cuts there.
favorite
Our
movie.
luck. Okay.
Yeah, and that clown probably put it on the wheel
That was
too.
that came out during a time
Let's rock it again.
that like
All right, here's
I don't know.
spin,
I
final
just
spin,
wasn't
whatever
watching
Reilly gets
animated
here,
movies.
you gotta take.
I love that. Mel
Yeah, I saw it
Brooks
as a
wife
kid and
anyway.
loved it, but I haven't seen it over
Snyder
probably
doesn't.
like the last like 10 years.
Because it came out
Nolan.
a little later, right?
Nolan films. You're
Yeah,
gonna
it
get
came out
four
in. Actually, no, it came out in 2000.
of Nolan
Not too
films.
late.
All right,
Well,
moving out
that's-
Gucci, bringing back.
I mean, I was only 8
Snyder,
years old.
and we're gonna bring in 4 questions here from the realm of Christopher Nolan films. Mark Reilly, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, here you go. Which actress plays Dr. Amelia Brand, who is the daughter
Anne
of Michael
Jessica,
Caine's
Anne
character
Hathaway.
in Interstellar?
Anne Hathaway.
Damn it.
Jessica Chastain.
Nope.
Incorrect.
McConaughey's daughter.
Which actress plays Amelia Brand, the daughter of Michael Caine's character in Interstellar?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
It's correct for 2 points.
Oh, dang.
Come on, Riley.
All right.
See, this
All
is
right,
this
here it
is
is.
scary
Here's the
because
second
Nolan movies can get tricky.
All right.
They can get
In
really
The Dark
tricky.
Knight Rises, what is the name of the
Oh.
computer program
Oh.
that Selena Kyle is after, where you can erase your name from all databases?
No clue.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Fresh Start,
Clean slate.
B, Clean Slate, C,
I
New
was
I'll say
Beginning?
New Beginning.
That's what I was thinking too.
Just B as in boy.
Clean Slate is correct.
Oh.
Do we have a resident Dark Knight nerdy over
Which
here?
Christopher Nolan film
It's
features the
my
actors
favorite Batman
Jeremy
movie.
Theobald, Alex
I
Hall,
have no
and Lucy Russell?
Reservoir Dogs. No, that's Tarantino.
That's a Tarantino movie. Even I knew that.
Magnolia. I'll say Magnolia.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Following?
Memento.
Insomnia. I'll say
C,
Insomnia.
Insomnia. D,
But I
Don't
already
say
guessed wrong, so it's okay.
Following.
correct for 1 more.
Oh, you
point.
were wrong anyways.
And your final.
I haven't
question.
seen 3 of those 4 movies.
Who plays the character of Eames, the tough guy?
What's his name?
in
Tom Hardy.
Inception?
Oh, you might be right. It's one or the other.
Tom Hardy.
For 2 more points. Mark
Nice.
Riley, who lost to
Nice.
Steeler, but he ties himself up with Jeff Snyder. But Snyder has an opportunity here to have a
Eric,
massive,
you're right.
massive second
Magnolia
round.
was,
Remove Mark
PTA,
Riley,
you were
bring
correct.
back Roxy. 60
Got to be
seconds
following Nolan
starting.
better.
Oh
Jake.
man, that was a rough round.
Billy?
Right now, if you have to take it to
I
multiple,
gotta put the number at like 8 next time.
you just make sure that we don't let him get any big steals. Right
Yeah,
now.
that's
Let's spin the wheel. Let's see.
so
what we
Snyder
got. We're
can
in
get a
really good
knockout,
shape,
but
Jeff.
he can go
Awesome
up by 8, which is very difficult to come back from because that could end up in a
Wheel.
TKO in round 3.
And Jeff's first spin is in.
Nolan's hard, man. That's a tough category.
That feel was
No
really
Mel Brooks. No Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Come on, Ethan
No Mel
Irwin.
Brooks. No Mel Brooks.
Festival Darlings.
Oh,
I will take it.
yeah. I
Oh,
was thinking
you got this.
he,
You're my
he
darling.
covers all the film circuits.
That's it.
Mhm.
You got 2 seconds to decide.
Yeah,
And
that's
already
100%.
chosen
That's his thing.
Festival Darlings. All right, so we're gonna remove Roxy, and now we bring 4 questions from Festival Darlings into the game here. Mark, are you ready to get going, Jeff?
Riley does not look happy.
All right, Mark.
I don't think it's
All
one
right,
of
here
his
we go,
from two.
Jeff. You selected Festival Darlings
tough
rather
category.
quickly. And your first question for 2 points. Which actor stars in the science fiction drama Mr. Nobody?
Like, this is the quietest
5,
we've ever been.
4.
I'll say Steve Carell. I don't know.
Multiple choice for a point. Is it A, Robert Pattinson?
I will
B,
say
Jim Sturgis. C,
Jared
Leto.
Jim
D,
Sturgis.
Channing Tatum.
I'm gonna say Jared Leto.
I don't know.
C is in cat. Jared Leto.
C as in cat is correct for a point.
Nice.
Jared
All right,
Leto
question
does
2.
all the movies you never hear about.
All right, Jeff, moving on.
But then-
Next question.
but then he wins
World of
awards.
Festival Darlings.
Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy, no.
Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams star in Blue Valentine, which was directed by whom?
Derek Cianfrance.
Whoa.
Good pronunciation as well for
What?
2 points.
I would have
and now
never,
Jeff Snyder has
never in a million years.
3-point lead with 2 questions left.
I couldn't even say that right.
Question 3.
Jeff, your penultimate question in the world of Festival Darlings. 2 more points. In Silver Linings Playbook,
Eagles.
what is the football
Philadelphia
team that the
Eagles.
Patricio family are diehard fans
I know this one.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Hell yeah.
my gosh.
Wearing the Deshaun Jackson jersey.
I mean,
That
he
is
did
correct
say
for 2 points.
Philadelphia
And Christian,
Eagles.
Stop
9
it.
advantage for
There
Jeff Sneider
are
going into
other
round number
Eagles
3. If he nails
teams.
this
Molly,
last
have you seen that movie?
2,
Yeah.
in the world of Festival Dark.
So good.
I just don't remember sports things.
What is the first name of Kip's girlfriend from Detroit?
Oh my God.
in Napoleon
LaFonda? No, that's the other one.
Oh,
Multiple choice.
I think it's LaFonda.
Yes, LaFonda.
it is LaFonda.
It is LaFonda.
D. LaFonda or D. Trishna.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my God, Alex dressed up as
Is it a
Kip
repeat if I ask you to read it?
for Halloween, like in
One of
high
those?
school, and it was hilarious.
For a point, is it A. Deborah?
Summer is Haley Duff in the movie. That's who she plays.
Sorry, start over. You interrupted.
I know.
Good, sorry.
Are we good?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sass.
All right, Jeff. For a point, is it A. Deborah, B. Summer, C. LaFonda, or D. Trishna?
My
Trishna.
first instinct was C. LaFonda, so I'm going to go with that.
It's a good instinct, Christian.
I
That's
used to
another
know
point,
the
and now Jeff Sneider has an impressive
song
lead
that he
going into the
writes
Final round
for
number 3.
her.
Had himself a 6-point lead.
Good
as
for
we
you,
get
Billy. Good for
round
you.
number 3. It's the final
mean,
round. How's
I
it
can do
go?
some of the dance.
I just know he does that.
Round number 3. The field of competitors is each going to give the series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each of you. These numbers can range from 1 to 20.
Jake,
You may
what?
not pick
Okay,
the
never
same
mind.
numbers as your
No, I can
opponent.
still hear him send the dog out.
Because each
I was gonna say,
number
how many
corresponds
points
to
do you
a
have?
different unique categories. Movie, trivia, schmodown, know-how.
See, that's why I
The first
shouldn't have
question's
asked.
worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3
I have
points.
10.
The last one, should we make it that
Ooh!
far, is worth 5 of the biggest
What do you have?
points of the tournament that
I
could see you
have
advance
3
to the
points.
next
Ah, you hit
round.
the 3 mark.
And Christian, like you said, Jeff Sneider,
Yes.
This
Yay.
is
going into
a
round
tough
number 3.
match.
He's up
I mean,
17 to
Christopher
11 to
Nolan and
7.
Festival
You
Darlings.
may
I
give
mean,
us your
that's
3
hard.
numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
3, 11, and 16.
Here we go.
3, 11, and 6.
Oh, sexiest numbers.
And
There it is.
Go with
Not sexy, the
12.
sexiest numbers.
9 and 17.
12, 9, 7,
Mediocre
Okay, no,
numbers.
those are winning
Thanks,
numbers.
Mediocre.
No, pretty better.
17, and 3, 11, and 16 for Sneider. All right.
Hi, Star Drew.
So, because Jeff will be going second, Gucci got 60 seconds to talk to Mark starting now.
Look, Mark, it's not over yet.
No, it's not, man. Don't worry.
So,
Hey,
the
we're
key
playing
is
fun.
to get this guy to his 5.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes
that's
he
the
hits
goal.
it. Most times he doesn't.
Right.
He's beatable.
Let's see what we can do here. You know,
3 and get him to this thing. Let's get him to it.
So there is the
All right.
possibility
And
of
Roxy,
a,
same thing. 60 seconds starting
of
now.
a TKO, but it's unlikely.
You're ahead in the game. We got a nice 6-point lead, but that doesn't mean get cocky.
I mean,
take your time.
he
You
has to hit his 5 no
so,
matter what.
Jeff, this is your game to win
So
right
that's
now.
the
It's
thing.
yours. Let's go on to that next round and leave Mark in our dust.
Good job by you, Rox.
All right. So
Yeah.
obviously Snyder and the
Does-
Rockstars are going
Riley
to
would
try
have
to
to hit
get the 4
everything.
points for the TKO.
That's what I'm saying. He has to hit. No, well, no.
Well, no,
He-
5 and 2, or
Yeah,
3 and 5.
Yeah. So, but he has to hit the 5-pointer no
And
matter
now
what. Yeah.
we will get to you, Mark Reilly. You are going to start here. Category 12, Mark. Category 12, World of Crime Films.
Okay.
Crime films for your 2-pointer. Here it is. Name 2 of the 4 films that Robert
The
De Niro
Irishman
and Al
and
Pacino appeared
Heath
in.
and the Irishman.
You totally just copied my Irishman answer, but that's fine.
Watch him not even being Heat.
I will say Goodfellas.
I think Heat is
5.
right.
Heat.
Well, is
and
Robert De Niro?
Godfather
Heat?
2.
That is correct. 2
Yeah.
points. All right. We will also
Damn
take
it.
an Irishman, and we also taken right to Still.
I don't know if I want to challenge this, but he didn't really give the full title for Godfather 2.
It's up to you if you want to challenge
Oh,
it. If you want to
goodness.
A little petty,
What's-
Roxy. Should we just let that one slide?
What's the full title?
It's The
I don't
Godfather
believe in
Part
petty if
2.
it's not, if you don't
Oh.
think it's right, it's not right.
Godfather Part 2 is the title. Godfather 2.
This isn't Star Wars.
What they're going to say is he wasn't confusing it with another film because there is no Godfather 2 based on the logic that usually comes from Christian and
Good
Mark.
on you, Rox. Good
Oh
on
my
you.
God! Perfect, perfect.
I need an option. Do you,
yes.
do you want to
Just
take it?
yes, Roxy.
I'm going to challenge.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you then.
All right. So the challenge is on.
It's the wrong title and the wrong title.
All right.
What? Wait, what? He's still going to challenge?
official
No, Roxy
challenge
had
is
the
that
perfect
Mark
reasoning.
Riley
Wait,
not
Snyder's really doing it?
title. He is
Yeah.
missing a word.
He
in
wants
his
to.
title that he gave.
Oh my
She just
God.
said that.
All right, we will.
She
we will
just
be back
explained
in a moment.
perfectly how that challenge is not going to work.
Oh my God, what a waste.
I just want them to come back and say, yeah, what Roxy said.
Yeah. She explained it perfectly. Like, this is going to be
We're
the
back, and we do
explanation.
have a combination. So the challenge at hand is that Mark Reilly, while he did say Godfather 2, did not say The Godfather Part 2, which is the full title of the movie. However, because there is no other film that we would be confusing, or Mark Reilly, more importantly, would be confusing with Godfather Part 2, the points will be awarded to Mark Reilly. The challenge is overruled, and the Rockstars and Jeff Sneider have no challenges remaining.
All right.
Completely fair still, Jeff. I like the challenge and I understand exactly what we were going for. He was wrong.
It's typical Sneider.
All right, so that was question
He was not
number
wrong.
1.
Come on.
17-13.
Come on.
We now get to question number
That's
2.
ridiculous.
Question number 2 is 9. And Mark, kind of go right back into crime movies because you got Scorsese.
Oh.
Scorsese for your 3-pointer in order to get within 1. Here it is. 3-pointer. All right. Who plays Iris's manipulative pimp named Sport in Taxi Driver?
Harvey Keitel.
For 3 points,
It's a
Mark
very
Reilly
weird,
getting
funny
closer
question.
there and getting a chance here to take a lead
Right.
over Sneider. If he hits it, he gets to 21, and he has an opportunity
I
to take a
started
lead.
Taxi
However,
Driver a long time
if
ago.
he
Never
misses
said
the
shit
5-pointer
takes,
here, Jeff
Wasn't a movie
Sneider
for me.
and the Rockstars will win via TKO, and Sneider will await the winner of Tom versus Ethan. All right. Mark Reilly, you chose category 17. Category 17.
I need Riley to get this just so I have more of
Meryl
chances to beat
Streep.
Jake.
Meryl Streep it is.
Oh,
5
God.
points. Here is the question. Academy Award winning director Milos Forman, made his American acting debut in what 1986 Meryl Streep film?
Steel Magnolias.
I wouldn't even have a guess.
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
I will say
One
Sophie's
from Mark
Choice.
Reilly. All right, here it is. Academy Award winning director Milos Forman made his American acting debut in what 1986 Meryl Streep film?
Riley, we need your hands up. Riley, we need your hands up. Thank you.
God, everyone's getting so freaking technical about that.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
Oh.
But to be fair, it's not that hard to keep your hands up.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard.
I just like that. They
American
should just hold
acting
something like
debut
Bibbs
in
does
what
and something like that. If
1986
Yeah.
worse
Meryl
comes to
Streep
worse.
film. Here it is.
Sneider.
He doesn't know it.
5,
Does he?
4, 3,
No, he doesn't know it.
2.
Out of Africa.
And your winner,
Darn.
by way of technical knockout,
Wow.
All right. We did get a TKO. Damn.
Wow.
What is it?
What was the answer?
It was heartburn. Heartburn was the answer.
No idea.
Yeah, okay.
Heartburn was the answer.
Damn it! I was so close.
Mark,
Of course. How could we
What'd you
forget?
get, Brian?
Jeff
10.
Snyder takes a big
I got my
Thank you.
3.
4
Thank
points
you, Silver Linings Playbook,
and gets the
for
Rock
that
Stars
victory.
a much
Really
needed
appreciate it.
and
I'm
Roxy,
still
sure you're gonna
challenging
like this
that,
following statement.
Birds of Prey
Eliminating
question.
the Finstock exchange from the tournament. There's no more Finstock
Whatever,
exchange
Brian.
here in the Rock
See you later,
Stars.
John. Thanks for joining us, man.
Roxy, let's start
Peace
with
Hi,
out.
you.
John.
You said it from the beginning that Snyder is one of the elite competitors, and he certainly proved it here today with a massive victory against Mark Reilly, who fought his way back, but it was that steal. It was that steal in the second round.
I've also said the entire time, I think that this is Jeff's tournament. This is the tournament where he wins. I just feel it in my bones. I didn't think I'd feel as bad for Reilly as I feel right now. That was hard to watch, like an old dog getting taken out to the pasture and shot and killed. I mean, it was
Wow.
to watch him go down like
Look
that.
at this number.
He didn't win that
great. This was just
poorly.
not his day.
That's a crazy
Unfortunately
stat.
for him, it was
Wow.
Snyder's day. I mean, to go
So
perfect
they're
in
literally
round one with
two
that
players.
Point. What Jeff does for a living is basically
Who are the other
watch
two?
festival movies.
Mark Andreyko.
And then we didn't even need to answer round 3. Those 4 points are beautiful for the
And it would have
Rockstars,
had to
and
been
we needed
something
every single one of
before.
them. My hat's off to Jeff, and I will always love him being a rock star. Always, he's the best.
Trying to think. Can't
Did
think
she
of
have?
anything.
You got a
Wait,
big
no.
W here today.
Someone in your Geek Sim
KO
tournament,
of
maybe?
Legend of
That
the
was
Game.
Alex.
Did you play well enough today to win the whole tournament, or
Oh,
do
let's
you
see
need
if they're
to
roster.
improve on some aspects of your game before your next match?
100% need.
Oh, there you
to
go.
improve. I
Eric
didn't wanna
wrote
see
it.
Mel Brooks
And
on that
Draco
wheel,
won
and I'm
3
glad that I avoided
Oh,
against
Ashby.
Adley.
Vessel Darlington.
Stacy-
Stacy's
win
one,
against
yeah.
Zipper. That's what it was.
Animation, it's always
Oh,
dicey.
poor
and it
Zipper.
drives me nuts that it's always the 8th question in round 1. But I get it. Listen, you could get the gloating a-hole Jeff Sneider right now. I could do that real easily after this match, but I'm not going to do that. You know, I think Mark Reilly, he got a tough break on that Nolan, steal. That's a 4-point swing. His 5-point question was super hard. I didn't know heartburn. In fact, I would have guessed out of Africa. Thought it was a great guess when Reilly made it, and I definitely thought I was going to have to answer some questions there. I dodged a bullet. My hat's off to Mark Reilly. But yeah, Bobby Gucci, I taught you how to play this game, my friend. I know everything to exploit. Don't even try to play those head games with me, bro.
Well, I mean, look. So let me tell you this. Once again, you had a
Malcolm,
chance.
that
here.
match was
You beat
wild.
Riley, and
Malcolm, you should go back and check out our reaction to that match.
You lost
It was
to
wild.
Oyama last year. You beat him, and now
That was one of our more fun reactions. When it was just Brian
and Tom.
It was just Brian and I. That was a wild
Now,
reaction.
I would assume, maybe I'm wrong. I would assume that you're looking to see Ethan Irwin to try to take back that loss that he handed you early in the beginning of this season.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't mind avoiding Ethan Irwin, but yeah, in the same spirit that I wanted Oyama to win, I want Ethan Irwin to win to show everyone in this league that I'm better than Ethan Irwin. I outplayed him the last game. If I had just picked the number that he picked, I would have gotten the William Friedkin question, and it would have been
Not yet, Star Drew. Adam Collins and the kid have yet to play.
And in that case, I mean, it's not going to happen again, guys.
And so that's one of the final matches, as well as Irwin and Tom have yet to play as well. Which we will see both of those next week.
Or because Tom's also an unknown. We don't know what he's playing. Yeah, he's playing very well.
Tom would be interesting against
Either way,
Sneider.
it's not going to matter. Jeff is unstoppable right now, and I really believe it. This is his tournament. This is his time. Would it be nice to beat Ethan Irwin? Yeah, that would be really nice. So part of me is hoping that he does win this. But the other part of me is just thinking about the fact that somewhere in a corner right now, Tom Dagnino is crying. And that's just making me feel pretty
Oh, that's right. They're out of the
Just gonna
tournament.
take a minute
No
to
more points.
revel in this so that piece of trash can just sit there and be out of the tournament. Mm-hmm. Yep, feels good.
Well, look, and I will tell you, Roxy, this was something that you were having a rough season in the first half of it. In the second half, excuse me.
Look, I mean, let's be honest. They're not going to catch.
And with
the Rockstars aren't going to catch anybody.
Has started this tournament.
They don't have a chance. Like they could get a lot of points, but they would need swag and corruption to just fall on their faces completely for them to have any kind of shot.
Congratulations to Jeff
But
Sneider.
if they can get points like this and knock people out along the way, it's a pretty good finish of the year.
Well, I mean, the left side of the bracket is literally
Mark Andreyko.
swag,
Well, there you
corruption.
go. So we're gonna
and
remove
the mouth
Jeff Sneider and Roxy
Quirky-
and
Quirky
bring
Works.
back both Dagnino and Riley. Riley, look, here's the thing. When I watched the match, you played great. It's not this. I don't feel like this is one of those ones where it's like, oh, he was off his game. I think I think Sneider was right. That Nolan and Hathaway question, that was it.
That got me. That got me.
Yeah. So did you?
It was the wrong one. Yep.
Yeah.
I know where I effed, and then because of it, I knew. I felt a little shook up, but I should have gone for the following. But really, in the end, it didn't. That was the dagger, and heartburn. Jesus, come on.
So hard.
That was a
I
hard
mean,
question.
Heartburn? I know heartburn. Sure. That was Meryl Streep and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
My God.
Sounds about right. I think most people would have agreed with your guess, Reilly, with Out of Africa. So I think Christian and I are both in agreement. This is not one of those matches where you say, what's Reilly going to do? Is he going to retire now? This was just a tough loss. That's all it was. But Gooch, I do have to ask you this question because we see with teams every so often you get into a season, you realize it hasn't gone your way. I know you got a big teams tournament coming up. You got a lot of horses you're starting in there. But is one of your eyes, like a horse's eyes, looking in a different direction towards next season and maybe a roster shift, some sort of maneuver? Are you thinking about next year at all at this point in time?
Thrown the bait.
Well, I mean, I think you got a little bit. Things ain't going our way.
We'll definitely do a show based on
teams are serving up nightmare.
Not based on
juice.
that question,
We're
but based
drinking.
around that question.
And it's something that we seem
Because that's
to be
definitely a
on the street
conversation
right
we're
now.
gonna
It's
have
not
to have.
good. Same thing happened last year, and we came out shining. Look, like I said before, a lot of people
I can't
are
wait
sitting
for
there,
when
nobody
we
wants the
get
Finstock
to
Exchange to win, but
guess
people on the Finstock Exchange.
who's going to be on
So it's very
what
hard
teams next
to
year.
sit back when
That'll be
hates
fun.
you. And I
Like
totally
a draft
get it.
prediction.
Beginning of
Yeah.
season, yes. Do we have the the greatest players that ever lived?
Everyone seems to think that I'm going to be on the Quirky Mercs.
You can never,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
to people
there's
who
a
are
reason why everyone
Guess
seems
what?
to think that.
Although
People
it's
who are
funny,
hungry,
someone put up a
swag,
poll the
dead.
other day in Facebook, Molly. I don't know
hate
if
to
you
say it, but
saw
the rock stars.
who
They're-
is
everybody's
Ethan's
playing
number
well here.
2
It's an issue. You know what? Mark played
pick
great.
for
He
say
played
not
fantastic.
Ethan, excuse me.
You know, look, Will
Sam's
Smith,
number 2
I
keeper,
like his
and
logic
you
on there. I
were
think
number
it's
2.
been asked a lot. There's going to be a
Really?
ton of,
It was
deep cuts.
Ethan and then you.
I know.
Well, and call to
go
action the
here,
other night on the
play a guy like
Schmobates, they had that exact question
great
as one of the
player. I'm not
questions.
gonna say
And it was essentially
fantastic in my
who's the
opinion.
one player
Players of all
a
time.
manager needs
He
to
has
keep for
played
the upcoming
damn
season, and you were one of them for Sam.
Unless he sits back and gets something like a
If he wants, if he wants to win that Star Wars belt, then yeah.
I'm gonna look up the exact question. I'm gonna find it.
to know if she's playing or not. So you always got to look at
Oh
it.
yeah,
this
here it
way.
is.
He gets what he gets. He's
After
going to
Ethan
win.
Irwin, who should be the second pick for Sam's core trio of retained players? It was you and Andrew Guy were the two that were chosen.
Ooh.
And you
I'll
won.
take it.
And thanks for what you said, Sneider. That was fun actually, and I think Sneider is playing at a.
Although
option to deny.
Boy, Jean Drew and a Molly Damon team up sounds pretty awesome.
I will say it is unfortunate that there's really no one else on the usual suspects that could help me study.
This is a new thing here at home.
Yeah, well, except for Rachel, and she's not really
Yeah.
on the faction, but she could help me study.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. I mean,
There's a lot on the Mercs.
On what Riley's saying too. The Finstock Exchange is all about aura. We're about presence.
God, if that
It is,
happens,
I will run. I'll
Koi
start
has to come here
screaming and
immediately.
running
Koi has
around.
to be on the show immediately, or shout us out or something for the chaos that we started with you two.
Feel
Exactly.
that he has a huge advantage over some of these teams. The aura and the presence.
Oh,
we would
Malcolm.
9 of
For shame.
10 of our faction members in with us. They were
Oh,
already
no
giving
thanks.
an answer for
All right,
questions.
Malcolm, I hate to break it to you, man. They're not going to be on the exchange next year.
That's true. That's true.
They gone.
Definitely have to do with this. Like I said before, COVID-19 was put in
I
place.
honestly.
to get the Finstock Exchange.
Edited by Nerdchronic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, this is. It was.
I honestly
as
would
Mark
love
said,
to just see
teams.
the only
tournament
people
coming up
that get to
soon.
keep
Mark
their
Riley,
players.
as
be-
always, a legend of the game.
if you
Had
have a
great
belt,
run here,
like you get to
but
pick whether you
loses
stay
here
or go.
to
I
Jeff
would just
Sneider
love to see the
as we
chaos
share, so
that comes from that.
17-16, the
Yeah.
exchange bowing out of the tournament, guys. Thank you for the great run, and we'll see you in a moment. All right, so we're gonna remove them, and
All right. Well, I mean, I personally wasn't expecting a TKO. It's just a bad luck of questions for Reilly and one simple mistakes with that Interstellar question. I can definitely see how you can mix it up. Jessica Chastain and Anne Hathaway, two leading ladies in that film. But again, Sneider just he seems to be a different Sneider. He seems to be a little bit of the same, but also kind of in a way more of a determined and more serious Sneider, which we've never seen before. And that kind of Sneider can definitely be scary. And so they go into the semifinals now, and they are awaiting the winner between Ethan Irwin and Tom, which is no doubt going to be a big matchup when that happens. We will see that matchup next week, and then the semifinal matches a week after. So, Molly, thoughts on this one? Sneider taking the TKO on this.
I mean, it's interesting. I feel like digitally, Sneider is way less chaotic, and that might be giving him more focus.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a very good point.
He does seem really tuned in to just like paying attention to the questions and like really just being in sync with everything going on. So I can't say I'm surprised. I guess the TKO is a little surprising to me, but those were really hard questions. But I'll be interested to see how Sneider does going forward.
Yeah, he's getting down to the nitty-gritty of tough competitors now, that's for sure. Brian?
Yeah. Molly made a good point, because Sneider is a showman. Like, he loves the crowd, loves to hype it up and put on a show. You don't really get that with online. So maybe there's more focus. And I mean, I didn't expect a TKO today. I thought it was going to come down to the 5, to be completely honest. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see who he plays, because if it's Ethan, you kind of got probably a little crap talking coming from true. You got a little crap talking coming from Sneider, but Ethan just kind of sits there and takes it. Whereas it's funny, because the more I think about it, it would be very interesting to see what Sneider does with Tom. Because Tom is a master of playing his character and still playing the game well, whereas some people can't do both. So I'm curious how that would play out too. But either way, his next match is going to be a good one. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, up against either, I mean, on one hand, you have someone who's extremely relaxed and
Hi, Kylo.
Hi, Kylo.
Kylo, hey, relax. You're fine. They walked out the door. They're not going just relax. You have someone as interesting and normal. You have someone as normal as Ethan Irwin who's not playing a character, and then on the flip side, you have someone the complete opposite of the extreme with Tom, who is playing a character 24/7. And anybody up against Sneider is going to be interesting, because he seems to react against everybody, just in general.
One last.
Yeah, anyway, that's going to wrap up reactions for this week. As I mentioned, guys, we have Liz Shannon Miller joining us on Sunday. She will be with us for about 30 to 45 minutes or so to open the show, which we
wear
are.
A hat.
Yes, we got to wear a hat. That's Liz's thing. So, so she'll be with us at the opening of the show, and we'll get into some other stuff afterwards. And then if you guys have questions for not just us, the crew on Sunday's show, but also Liz, make sure you're hitting that Streamlabs link that way. All questions for Liz are going to be straight from Streamlabs. We're going to take priority over those. So if you guys have any questions, anywhere from $1 and up, we'll take questions from you guys right there. We'll be paying attention to it, and you guys can start right now. The link is in the description below. You can hit that link. Also, if you're interested in our watch along tomorrow, we are watching The Road to El Dorado with our patrons. You can hit this link right here, and you can join us for our first official watch along. We'll be doing these every month. October will be a spooky movie. And so that'll be after The Road to El Dorado. So make sure you check that out if you're interested. It's only for $2 a month, guys. $2 a month. You can join us for watch-alongs and hang out during the watch-along. So, for the crew today, for myself, Molly, and Brian, thank you to everyone for hanging out with us on this reaction and watching this match. We'll be back on Sunday, and then next Thursday and Friday for live reactions. That is the schedule going forward. And so until then, thank you to everyone, and we will see you guys then.